Cousin Bazilio by José Maria de Eça de Queirós. O Primo Basílio, Cousin Bazilio, is one of the most highly regarded realist novels of the Portuguese author José Maria de Eça de Queirós, also known under the modernized spelling Eça de Queirós. He worked in the Portuguese consular service, stationed at 53 Grey Street, Newcastle upon Tyne, from late 1874 until April 1879. The novel was written during this productive period in his career, appearing in 1878. Plot: Jorge, a successful engineer and employee of a ministry, and Luisa, a romantic and dreamy girl, star as the typical bourgeois couple of the Lisbon society of the 19th century. There is a group of friends who attend the home of Jorge and Luisa. De Felicidade, Dr. Happiness, a woman suffering from gas crises and is in love with the counselor. Sebastian, a close friend of Jorge. Counselor Acacio, good scholar, Ernestinho, and maids Jonah, hussy and flirty, and Juliana, angry, envious, spiteful and bitter woman, responsible for the conflict of the novel. At the same time cultivating a formal and happy marriage with Jorge, Louise still maintains friendship with a former colleague, Leopoldina, called bread and cheese for her continuous betrayal and adultery. Luisa's happiness and safety become endangered when Jorge needs to travel to work at Alentejo. After the departure of her husband, Luisa is bored with nothing to do, in the doldrums and melancholy caused by the absence of her husband, and exactly in this meantime Bazilio comes from abroad. A womanizer and a bon vivant, he doesn't take long to win the love of Luisa. They had dated before Luisa met Jorge. Luisa was a person with a strong romantic view of life, as she usually read only novels. And Bazilio was the man of her dreams. He was rich and lived in France. The friendly love became an ardent passion, and this causes Luisa to practice adultery. Meanwhile, Juliana is just waiting for a chance to blackmail Luisa. Luisa and Bazilio send love letters to one another, but one of these letters is intercepted by maid Juliana, who starts blackmailing Luisa. Turned from a spoiled lady into a slave, Luisa starts to become sick. The ill treatment she suffers from Juliana quickly takes her liveliness, undermining her health. Jorge comes back and is not suspicious, as Luisa satisfies every whim of the maid while looking for all possible solutions until she finds the disinterested help of Sebastian, who sets a trap for Juliana, trying to get her arrested and ends up causing her death. It's a new era for Luisa, surrounded by the affection of Jorge, Joan and the new maid, Mariana. However, it is too late. Weakened by life that had endured under the tyranny of Juliana, Luisa is affected by a violent fever. Luisa does not notice that Bazilio hasn't replied to her letters for months, and when the postman delivers the letter at her home, it grabs Jorge's attention due to it being addressed to Luisa and being sent from France. He reads the letter and discovers the adultery of his wife. The evidence of her betrayal makes him go into despair, but nevertheless, he forgives her because of the strong love he feels for Luisa and due to her fragile health. The affection and care of her husband, friends and the doctor are useless. Luisa dies. After that, Jorge dismisses the maids and moves with Sebastian. Bazilio returns to Lisbon, where he had fled, leaving Luisa without support, and as he learns of Luisa's death, he cynically comments to a friend, "If I had brought Alfonsine before." This part closes the book, revealing that Bazilio is a mean person. As they walked down the street, his friend Visconde Reynaldo admonished Bazilio for having an affair with a bourgeois. He also said he found the relationship absurd. After all, and told that Bazilio had done what he made for hygiene, Bazilio confirms his suspicions. Luisa had been used then. There was no feeling. Luisa died, so without ever being loved by him. End of the summary. Thank you. Thank you.